to and win today's game. Okay, welcome to today's show, and I'm here with the guys in the studio to discuss all the things happening or all the games happening in international football. We have games in Europe, games in South America. We are going to be talking about all that on the show. Good morning, John. How are you?
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the show, sports fans.
Good morning, also.
Well, good morning, listeners. Welcome to the show.
Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. When you go there, drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. And we're also on Facebook at Vote 1043 FM, where we dropped the comments. Please go there and answer the question that we asked. Give us a prediction for today's game, Nigeria versus Benin Republic. Give us a prediction. I'll be reading that comment. Also here in the studio, our Facebook handle is at Vote 1043 FM. Go there, drop your comments. We'll read it here. Okay, let's start with the Nigerian game. Nigeria is playing today by 5 p.m., guys. If you look at that game, it's a must win for us. Like, there is no excuse, there is no let's try, there is no anything here. I don't care. I don't know how, because we just need to win it anyhow. So if you look at that game, what are you expecting? Because we have a new coach, Austin Eguavon, which they have the two assistant Rangers International and Remo Star coach assisting him in that game. But generally, if you look at that game, anything short of win is a disaster for Nigeria also.
Well, Austin Eguavon picked up I think this is what you do when you look out for when you have a good scouting team. You pick out for the best legs in the league to help you guide the players and guide your team to victory. And I think that's what Gareth Rowe has done for Benin Republic. He did that for Nigeria at a certain time ago. That's what he has done for Benin Republic so far. And I think with the introduction of Austin Eguavon now, after Finidi George quit the job and Bruno didn't take the job full time, I think it's just a short time to prove who's better on the job. But I believe homegrown coaches are better on this job than foreign-based coaches. But Austin Eguavon's performance on this job today will decide if he will take the job for a long time. But I expect a win from them, like you said. Daniel Ogumodede has been a good coach. Look at the way he coached Remo Stars to finishing top of the table, second on the table last season, and Philedis Lechuku, the two assistant coaches are actually the best coaches by the stats of what happened last season in the NPFL, are the best coaches in the NPFL so far, are the best coaches in Nigeria so far, and they're assisting the head coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles. I think it's going to go a long way in improving the side.
Okay, John, that game, Nigeria versus Benin. What are your expectations? What do you expect will happen in that game?
Yeah, I think Nigerians are still sore from the beating we took at their hands a couple of months back. So this should be a grudge match. A win is bare minimum. Nothing more, nothing less than a win for me, if you ask me. And that aside, now the grudge match aside, which is it should be a domineering win, not just anyhow win, not score one lucky goal and escape. No, a domineering win for me. Otherwise, I go vex. So secondly, looking at the qualifying group, we need to, set a marker for how we want to go in this tournament in qualifying for the AFCONs. We need to set a marker with a win. The group is still early, just one game by the other two teams, so we need to win this game, set that marker, and then set ourselves up to qualify for the AFCONs. I think that's what's expected, nothing less.
Then let me stay with you, John. Eguavon taking up this job. I think it's for the second time again. I think at some point he took over Nigerian national team, then they brought in foreign coach, then he left and brought in foreign coach. If you are looking at Eguavon, his record with Nigeria, General, do you think that he's the right person I think this is like a test. If he does well in this particular game, maybe one or two games, they might give him the job permanent. But do you think he's the right person to take the Super Eagles forward?
Yeah, I think Nonso is going to disagree with me here. For everything you want to get out of having a local coach, who is close to the home base players, who can bring people up from the youth setup, you cannot forget about the fact that there are some technicalities that waiting big pass you. Okay, let me just put it in that language. Yes. So you need to import talent, and not just anyhow talent. You need to import quality talent. You need somebody who's done it before, who's won it before, who has the winning mentality. You also need somebody who is a tactician, who can look at the game moving, who can read the game, not just any Tom, Dick and Harry in that position no shots at Eguavon. So I'm thinking that Eguavon should be a stopgap. But if the NFF want to take this game to another level, to the level where you are winning consecutive AFCONs, to the level where you qualify for the World Cup, and you are going into the later stages of the World Cup, Nigeria needs to scout a seasoned manager with an impeccable record and bring him into the nation to manage this team, because there's potential. And not just manage this team in the sense of taking us to tournaments, winning titles and stuff like that. Manage the footballing infrastructure with in terms of an eye over the under 23s, the under 19s, working with local talents, local coaches to bring out the best of the Nigerian infrastructure. Otherwise, we'll just be going around in circles for the next few decades.
You say I would disagree with you, but I agree with you. But I have just one question for you. Before 2013 AFCONs, who was coaching the Super Eagles?
We all know who was coaching the Super Eagles.
Before the 2013 AFCONs, who was coaching the Super Eagles? Did it? Now, who know who Sondemba is? Because that was the name that got you the trophy in 2013, if I'm right. Sondemba. The team on that team sheet that won the last AFCONs for Nigeria, the 2013 AFCONs for Nigeria, and Stephen Keshi, what was their record like on foreign soil? It's still a question, and you're not answering me. Now, you're saying this now. I understand your plight that we need to look at his record so far and know how to handle. It's all about when you have a homegrown talent, you have these players. I know what you're saying, that some of these players, top players, might not respect these players because of their time are up and all of that. But you look at them also, they also played football. It's not they just came they just fall from heaven and started coaching.
Granted,
They played for good teams as well. They played good football to a certain level. They won trophies for their clubs. Some of them. Maybe they didn't win in the Europe top 5, sort of, but they won trophies for the clubs they played for. They're into the
point
now.
I'm trying to make this morning. If you've seen that movie Ford versus Ford versus Ferrari?
The movie, yes.
Ford, to break into the Le Mans 24/7 and to win the Le Mans, they have to bring somebody who has done it. Somebody who can engineer a car that can do it.
And the person scouted another person that he knows can do it.
Do you understand? See, I'm just trying to let you know that for you to break that jinx, you need somebody who's done it, who can teleguide you to that future.
It's the same thing Eguavon just did now.
I disagree with you.
It's similar to what Eguavon did.
If you tell me
he's a winner.
Just bear me out now. If you tell me our greatest achievement as a country is to qualify for World Cup and maybe once in a decade win the AFCONs, keep Eguavon on the job. But if we want to aspire to a dominant force in the African continent and a dominant force to be reckoned with outside Africa, when you're talking about the World Cup, everybody has a ceiling. You need somebody whose glass ceiling is sky high, whose glass ceiling is in Mars, not even on Earth, because there is no limit to what that person can achieve if you give him the right structure.
John, now they've given all these people you are trying now, all the foreign-based coaches.
Name me one foreign-based coach apart from Western or
John, calm down. John, calm down. Let me answer you now. You talk about Ford versus Ferrari. We are still using this movie as case study now. When this person came in,
the movie. Most people didn't watch the movie, so if you give that example, people will not.
I'm just saying.
Let's just give
the person they gave the job that won the Le Mans before, the person they gave the job that won the race, brought in somebody else that is young that could win the race because he saw this person. So Eguavon has won matches. Not just one, he has won matches for Nigeria.
Talking about winning matches.
John, wait now. And homegrown coach has won trophies for Nigeria, Stephen Keshi, and he also at some point recommended Eguavon before he left. So now look at it. He has recommended Eguavon. Eguavon has comes into the job now. He's bringing in two proven winners. It's still the same track of the movie. He's bringing in two proven winners, which in the person of Daniel Ogumodede and Fidelis Lechuku to assist him, help him get to the titles again. It's just the sight you're seeing. You're saying, okay, fine, I have a knack for winning, but I need people that could win as well. I need people with winning mentality to assist me on the job, get what we want. And it's getting
I just want to ask you. I just want to ask you one question. Is Solanke and Erling Haaland, are they on the same pedestal?
I can't answer that question now. We're talking about Super Eagles, not Premier League.
Okay, let me enter into this day. Even though this is African qualifying, so the only one game has been played. Nigeria is normally supposed to qualify for the where we have the challenge is the World Cup qualification. That's where the main challenge is. But the thing about bringing the Guavon here is that he wasn't actually the first choice for the Nigerians Association. They just brought him for emergency cases.
We know first choices don't make the cut. When Stephen Keshi was given the job, he wasn't on the list. Go and ask people that were available then. He wasn't on the top 10 list. He wasn't on the list. They produced a 10-man list of people that they could give the job to. And he wasn't on the list. And all the 10 of them, 5 of them rejected the job. 4 of them didn't meet the requirement. And they had to look elsewhere. And they brought in Stephen. And what happened? He won the AFCONs. He went to the World Cups. And he did good for his record.
I just want to make one
majority
fact.
of homegrown talents in that team as well.
I just want to make one fact. You said that this is the AFCONs. We don't really need blah 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 blah. These are the same teams we've played in the AFCON that we are suffering to win games. The AFCON shouldn't. I like, for me, I don't know, maybe it's the mentality I have or whatever, but I don't see any competition as just an average competition where you can bring in an average Joe like Austin Eguavon, no offense is there, an average Joe like Austin Eguavon to come and see us through the group stage. After all, it's just the group stage. Every competition, no matter how little, should be approached as if it's do or die. Because if you don't have that shift in mentality and bring in the right people to get the job done, we have the same result we have, which is Calculator FC in this country.
The same thing Johnny is saying is what he said before they brought in they wanted to give Samson the job, but he was facing the sanction then, and they brought in Ganotro now. After Ganotro left, they were thinking of who to bring in. They said no, homegrown talent. This same thing Johnny said now was what the media was saying. Homegrown coaches is this, homegrown coaches is that. They would not be able to demand respect from the players in the foreign base, and all of that. And what happened? They brought in Jose Posero that could not look at his performance record, look at his win rate, and they were still saying the same thing. And they were saying, okay, fine, give a homegrown talent the job. They gave it to Finidi George. Now, for some reason, he left the job with. I don't know what even make her leave the job. Mono just go there, and you're looking to bring in Bruno. Are you seeing the list of coaches that
But the list of these coaches now is not even up to scratch. These guys are not winners.
The coaches that are winners, the coaches that are winners, you want to bring in. You go fit pay them.
Pay them what they want and get their value.
You go fit pay them.
I think the problem with this whole thing is the association, Nigerian Football Association, is the problem, because even when they are looking for the foreign-based player, they are looking for average players.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to start talking bad about our own homegrown coaches, but if they are looking for top coaches, you have to pay. Just like if you are looking to bring a Pep Guardiola to your club, you don't expect Guardiola to come and take a pay cut to come and coach your club.
You pay him and you enjoy the free benefits of sleeping well at night, unlike Ten Hag, wherever he is right now.
So let's see what Nigeria is going to be doing today. They play that game by 5 p.m. today against Benin Republic. Everybody is hoping that it's going to be like a test run for Eguavon if he wins this game, because the main challenge is when we play the World Cup qualification. But yet we are going to play this qualification today against CAF African Cup of Nations qualification today. Hopefully we beat Benin, because we lost that game. I think that one was not qualification, right?
No, that was the World Cup qualification qualifiers.
But this one is
AFCON
qualifying. So let's see how Nigeria is going to perform. Let's hope that we are going to win this game. And if you don't qualify for AFCON or more, that one could be a problem. But hopefully we are going to qualify. So that's all the game that is going to happen today. Nigeria playing Benin by 5 p.m. today. Okay, the boys are on ground now. Osimhen joined last.
Happy
because
to see him.
Osimhen joined last because of his whole transfer scandal.
All of that.
Yes, but look at the score we have now at Nigeria. Look at especially the attackers. We have enough attackers. What are you expecting Eguavon to play? Are you expecting to see an attacking football? Do you understand? You are expecting to, because we have the Boniface, the Osime, the Simon Moses, the Chukwe Kezies, the Iwobis in this particular. So if you look at our defense, it's pretty too nice. Where we have a little bit challenges. Even if I think we have a complete squad, guys. If you look at it very well. But what are you expecting? Are you expecting an attacking football from Eguavon? Both, if you look at Ilechukwu, what they have done with Rangers, and the Romeo Star guy, what they have done, both of them play much of attacking football. And in general, are you expecting an attacking football from Nigeria?
Let's look at the style of play from both assistant coaches first. Ilechukwu plays feeds off the flanks. Daniel feeds off the middle. Keep the ball in the middle of the park and press them until you get a result.
The problem now is the coach.
That's what I'm saying. The head coach likes a defensive high line. I've seen Eguavon play. He likes a defensive high line, which means everything boils down to who handles the middle of the pitch and who handles the flanks and who handles the front line. So Eguavon likes a high line of defense. This man likes to play middle tiki-taka, Nigerian style of tiki-taka, Wadangwa tiki-taka, while Eguavon likes to bully defenders from the flanks and crossing the ball and get a result from there. So it's a combination of high press, hold the ball till you get a score, till you get on the score sheet, hold on to the ball, get every player active, get every player running, and that's what they're going to play like. And with the arrival of Victor Osimhen coming in late to camp, I think today we'll be seeing the start of Victor Boniface.
Okay, attacking football, John. Are you expecting attacking football?
For me, I just want to dot one I on something you said. You said that Nigeria has a complete squad. Yes, but we need depth, quality depth. We need quality depth.
In
so
midfield?
For me, we need quality depth all around, And another thing I just want to chip in is we need to start looking at succession. Because bet you if you go into the Spanish FA, they have a succession plan. If you go into every Premier League apart from one in the red side of Manchester, they have a succession plan for players who could fill a position, about 5 or 10. So everybody with Nigeria needs to have that thing put in place so that we are consistently going out to cut key players that can come into the national setup locally and internationally, so that we do not get caught out where we have competitions coming in and some certain players are injured. We now start panicking. I don't like fire brigade things in life. Okay, then secondly, as regards to attacking, we have to be attacking. There's no other option. I don't like this Man U style of let them score first, then you start reacting. Please, let us attack. Let us cross our T's and dot our I's.
Why the people that say just carry Man U for mind come this show today, John? You see Man U for dream.
Okay. Okay. That game will happen 5 p.m. today. Nigeria versus Benin. Let's cheer from our houses. The people that are in Uyo Township Stadium should go to the stadium and cheer the Super Eagles to victory. Okay, let's give you all the results that the African Cup of Nations qualifying that happened yesterday. Yesterday, the results. I'm going to give you the results now. Kenya versus Zimbabwe 0-0. Togo 1, Liberia 1, South Africa 2, Uganda 2. That was an impressive draw for Uganda away. DR Congo 1, Guinea 0, Sierra Leone 0, Chad 0, Ivory Coast 2, Zambia 0, Morocco 4, Gabon 1, Mali 1, Mozambique 1, Egypt 3, Cape Verde 0, Senegal versus Burkina Faso played out a 1-1 draw. Okay, let me pick maybe 1 or 2 games from this game. Morocco trashing Gabon 4-1.
Fantastic.
It was a great game.
I love that game.
we saw a team with so much energy, so much experience, so much passion for holding on to the ball, trashing a side that just want to sit deep, dig deep, and defend, and come out to the game with their heads held high. But at some point, after conceding 2 goals or 3 goals, they wanted to come out to fight. They wanted to come out swinging. It wasn't just enough. That coming out after 2 goals to swing wasn't just enough, and they got a penalty. And I think they went on to play a good game after that, but they lost. They already lost from the first whistle.
They tried. Yes, scored the first penalty and the second penalty. Then Aubameyang we made it 2-1. But somehow,
as I'm saying, after going 2 goals down, you came out to fight. You started swinging, and you got the penalty.
It was like a penalty galore because we have 4 penalties.
It's crazy. Okay, John, let me go with you. South Africa playing at a 2-2 goal against Uganda.
I'm happy.
Uganda
I'm
actually
happy,
tried.
yes.
I wasn't expecting that result.
I'm really
You are
impressed.
happy because of the Uganda result.
Yes, I am,
The hype.
because it's not about the hype. I'm just saying I'm happy because this just go back to confirm that thing we said, that there are no small teams in Africa. And then somebody who is an underdog, never underestimate the power of an underdog. They've been doing their work silently without the media focus, and now they come up on the big stage and boom, you're out just like that.
Okay, now so let's move on to the next game. Is Egypt 3, Cape Verde 0? No.
Normally, say Egypt don't dey misbehave since, but they don't dey get themselves small. So as it is now, Musala, all of that, they're getting. I think many of their players have left already because I'm not seeing Trezeguet perform the way he used to perform, Nemi and all
Same
of
here.
that. So I think they have a good side. They can go on to win, but Gabon, what's it called? Yeah, Cape Verde yesterday was another sight to behold. Though they were losing, they were still kind of pressing to see if they could win every ball. You can't be, you're a small team, though you have the mentality of champions, but you can't be fighting for every ball like the way they did yesterday. They were coming out to fight for every ball. Come on.
If you ask me, I think it's a good one for them. You can lose matches, no doubt. You can't win every game, but the main thing is the way you lose.
Okay.
Make sure you put up a fight. Make sure you give them a run for their money.
No be against when you don't collect 1 goal, 2 goals. You sit there and
respect it.
reserve.
Let me stay with John. Let me go with you with the African champions, the Ivory Coast. They winning that game against Zambia 2-0.
Yeah, I remember I called that game in favor of Ivory Coast, and they've gotten the win. Though I feel bad for Zambia because they should have put up a better fight. I was expecting them to maybe
The 2 goals was scored by
to a stalemate.
Kiasu, and it was scored about 75 minutes and 8 something. It was just 2 late goals. I won't call it 2 late goals. Almost the end of the game.
Have you noticed that since the AFCON, because I think they switched coaches during the AFCON after the group stages.
The assistant continued. They sacked
Now look at it now. Since they switched coaches, they've learned to score late goals. 78-minute goals, 88-minute goals, and all of that. I think it was a late goal against Nigeria, so a late goal in their last match, and now a late goal again. You ask yourself, is this coach bringing the mentality of fighting till the final whistle, play it safe until the end when they are tired, we hit them the way hard? And I think if that's the plan, it's working so far. Hit them hard in the final stages of the game, but make sure you conserve your energy for the last stages of the game. And I think if that's the case, it's working so far.
Okay, finally, yesterday's results: Senegal versus Burkina Faso. Man, they scored the first goal in about 15 minutes in the game, but they considered the last kick of the game, Burkina Faso scoring in the 95th minute, and
crazy.
It ended 1-1.
That's what happens when you lose your concentration mid-game. You see this happen in Europe. You see this happen in the Premier League. You're up 1-0, especially against Real Madrid, because they know how to punish teams like this. You just have to keep that concentration. Don't celebrate the win yet. We saw that happen with Arsenal when they were celebrating at Anfield. We saw that happen a couple of other times last season too with other teams. So teams and players should learn to just keep their concentration until the whistle, nothing is set in stone. Anything can shift on a dime.
Okay, that's all the results we have today. Yesterday games in the African qualification. There are games today. Nigeria is going to play by 5 o'clock. Okay, guys. Now you can now call us to tell us your prediction for the Nigerian game, Nigeria versus Benin, by 5 p.m. Call us, tell us what you think that the Super Eagles should be doing, or even what Eguavon should be doing. We have some comments here on our Facebook channel. I'm going to be reading some of those comments on our Facebook channel. Okay, let's take this call up first.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. See you.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Ike from Suka.
Okay, Ike. What are your expectations for Nigerian game today?
I know I would like them to play attacking football.
Okay.
And the hope what I have is because of this Rangers coach and this Remo Stars coach.
Okay.
I make me to have hope on our phone.
Okay.
But two of them, they will achieve it.
Okay.
Nigeria is coming to bring the Indigenous coach, but they don't give Nigeria the person that they want. Almost 95% were talking of Amnet. But this Wapon, he has got what he wants by running around to after later on collect the job. So I wish them well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, we have some comments here on our Facebook channel. Our Facebook is at Vote 1043 FM. Also, Francis is saying, good morning, Volt FM Sports crew. Nigeria will win by 3-1. Amo Bichuku Flo is saying, good morning, Nigeria will win 3-1 against Benin. Kinsley is saying 2-1 in favor of Nigeria. And Danny Boy is predicting Nigeria 2, Benin 1.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Name and location, please.
Yes, my name is Wanya Vitalis, Spanish losing the Man U.
Okay, what is your contribution about this Nigerian game?
My contribution about this Nigerian game is that Nigeria should be very, very careful for this match. Because you watch Uganda and South Africa. You see how Uganda approach South Africa?
Mm-hmm.
Right there? That's why I say Nigeria should be very careful because forget Lord to win us for their home there 1-0 or I think 1-0. So Nigeria should be at least, I strongly believe Nigeria will come out for that game with 3-0.
Okay.
And they should play approach that match as a final. That's a revenge shot.
Yes. Okay.
At least make we go put fear on them. We and Ben not meet. But just like Enugu here and the Imo State. I'm telling you. So we have to approach them with like where we see the chase lads. Before they could know what is going on, we have scored another 3 or 4 goals there.
Okay.
I think that's not we shaking there. Upon them, it's not I will make it. We make it to the end. Then our coach. So we need to teach me a lesson.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, numbers to call is 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name and location, please.
My name is El Jamil from Liberty Estate.
Okay, what is your contribution?
My contribution about prediction Nigeria game
Yes.
is 3-0.
In favor of Nigeria?
Yes, Nigeria 3, Benin Republic 0.
Okay, thank you very much.
Order.
0706 048 5853. Okay, guys, let's move out to Europe. Europe played a whole lot of games yesterday. It was an interesting game yesterday in European football, National League. It was interesting because nobody expected it. I didn't say, let's say expectation, but everybody didn't expect that to happen. But before we do that, we'll go on a quick short break. When we'll come back, we'll talk about what happened yesterday because France lost their game against Italy. Stay with us.
Hello, Enugu. Have you heard? Volt 104.3 FM is granting small businesses in Enugu a chance to be heard and to be known. Let us help you advertise your business for as low as 2,500 naira per spot. And if you pay 50,000 naira for 20 spots, we will give you 10 spots for free. For more inquiries, visit Volt 104.3 FM at 64 Ozobolo Street by ESBS Junction, Enugu, or call our marketers on 0815-628-5384 or 0816-215-5195.
Volt 104.3 FM.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. Remember, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Okay, guys, let's talk about games that happened yesterday in Europe, European UEFA Nations League. Yesterday's game, I'll give you the results first. Is France 1, Italy 3. Italy scoring 3 goals in France. It's a surprising result for me because France scored that early goal and everybody thought, okay, this game is already over because Italy has been having this
56 seconds.
Yes,
perhaps.
Italy has been having this problem of qualifying or winning games, but suddenly France, I didn't know what happened to France and they lost that game now. So what do you think happened in that game? What is happening to France?
Well, first of all, let me congratulate Bakola because that was his 5th goal of the season. 5 goals in 4 games.
Yeah.
He's having a fantastic season so far. He's having a blast so far. He should enjoy it while it lasts. But look at it. I think after scoring that goal, the Italian side kind of woke up. They matched them. They met them in the middle. They fought for every right. They fought for every pass. They fought for every ball. And mentality of the Italian side has switched. It's no longer the keep the ball, play when you get an assist, go on the counter attack. No, they're fighting for every ball. It seems like the Italian side of the old is beginning to come into them, because you saw the likes of Calafiori going for every single tackle on his area. You saw the what's it called again? Dimarco. Dimarco was on fire. He was everywhere in the pitch. He was in the midfield. He was in the flanks. He was in the positions block. I think he covered most of the ground during that game, Dimarco. So I think the Italian side now are beginning to get that flare of energy. I know we said this the other day, that battle, the fight of 2006 is still in some of them, and some of them are still trying to prove to the world that, see, we won that game, and we want to show the world that we can still dominate any European side.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the sports crew in the studio.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Kingsley, and I'm reaching you from Iseke in Ebonyi State.
Okay, Kingsley, what is your prediction for Nigerian team today?
Yes, it's 2-0 in favor of Nigeria.
Okay.
And my advice to the boys, please, they should come up with from the first minute. They should put up their best.
Okay.
Not this one that we normally hear when they are being scored first before they come into the game. Because these people have something in their mind. They are coming.
Oh.
Okay, I
think the network is.
I think we lost that call. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Obi Masfendo Sinkechi. I'm calling from Amuji Mezo, and it's that local government area.
Okay, what is your contribution?
I want to contribute to the European League, European European qualifier. I'm not interested in African qualifier.
No, you have to be interested.
Come on now, what happened? What's wrong with it?
First, give me your prediction for today before you make your prediction. You make your contribution for the European team.
I don't believe in NFF. NFF can do whatever they want.
Okay.
I don't believe in Nigeria because NFF doesn't do exactly what we need in Nigeria football.
Okay.
So they're just changing code. They just call whatever they want to call. So they didn't do it according to how things have to be. It's how to be.
Okay.
That is why. And that house, I doesn't believe in the Mine any longer.
Okay. Tell us your
that's
contribution.
I can't predict anything. Nigeria is a big country to compare for all other countries in the world. Do you understand? We are supposed to be like a US. States of America or any other country, like big country. We are a big country. So the NFF are destroying our football. So that is why I'm not any longer interested, because whatever I'm interested on it, I'm growing this thing so fast like a lion. So that is why I didn't believe in NFF.
Okay.
So how our football is going on, I don't like it. That is why I'm not longer interested on them.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So what's your contribution about the France game or the European National League?
The France game was so fantastic because I believe that France will win Italians, but maybe they give that one goal. Dimarco is man of the match.
Yeah.
Dimarco says that this ball will never be like before. Dimarco put energy and put everything. If you look at that match in that field, Dimarco leg is all over the place. Whatever ball is, Dimarco will be there. That is how.
That's the fighter's mentality, man.
Dimarco is Dimarco of Italians. Italians is now bound back to the Italians, to the B. They pursue the ball and win the match. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. So, I can understand his anger that he doesn't believe in Nigerian food, because if it's something that we naturally do in this sometimes in Nigeria, it's I can't even explain it.
You know, the short list, like he said they've prayed for a short list to be dropped, and the short list that was dropped, I think again Iguavo's name was not on that list, and they ended up giving him the job, which means let's hope that what happened in 2013 might happen again.
Okay, let's hope. Hello, good morning.
Hello. I call back.
Okay.
Talking of France match and the Italia, I don't see Saliba. I don't see France play good football. But they just anytime where they overlap, just to score them goal. I don't. The defense of France, they are having problem. That's where they are having problem.
Okay.
Anytime they overlap, they break on through, they just score them goal. I don't know which Saliba is or Saliba they call Saliba, but that's not player. I don't know what he's doing there. And this France, I think that coach, I know he have done a lot in that.
I think they need to move him forward.
Moving on, please.
Yeah,
Moving on.
That's what I think.
But I just like.
Thank you very much.
I just like the passion. I just like the passion he puts to the team. He selects the team without sentiment, and I
Sure.
understand that. But I want to ask a question. You don't have a natural right back in that side. What is Jonathan Klaus doing in that position?
After playing this Barcelona guy, what's his name again? Is it Conde?
Conde could have played there.
Conde should have been played there.
But you played in Jonathan Klaus, a 31-year-old man with tired legs. He came into that side, outrun by DiMarco, played, let's say, nobody and DiMarco run down, but Nadia DiMarco mostly run through. Then our Rolls Royce.
This one is beef now.
No. Moving on, please.
I think generally France had a bad game. Even Conte had a bad game. They had to remove him for even Olise. Everybody was saying Olise should start. You have not told us this secret player you've been talking about, John, yesterday. You talked about one secret player. I'm thinking that it's Olise. So when I saw Olise in this lineup, I said, okay. John was talking about a secret player and Olise is starting. But after the first half, you
have a Moiskin on the bench. I don't know how they managed to.
How are you putting Moiskin in the conversation of strikers, please?
At all, it will create you. At least it will drop pass. It will make you score goal.
But finally, in that game, do you think that they should move on Deschamps? Do you think that they should move, because he won the World Cup? He reached the semi-finals of the Euros and
Euros finals 2016, World Cup 2018. Come on now.
He reached the finals of 2002.
That's what I'm saying. Two back-to-back World Cup finals, 2016 Euros finals, semi-finals 2020. Was it the semi-finals or the finals? Semi-finals against semi-finals 2020. No. So this man has been a good coach. He's been a great coach. One of the great coach.
Or should he go?
But time, don't leave him behind. Make them find another person. Like I said before about Southgate. I said, if your best is not getting you trophies, look for another best.
But this best got them World Cup.
This best don't give you. You know the worst part they pay me now. I know people say make they let and go now. Say this best don't win World Cup. He don't go 4 straight finals for his career. As coach in the past 8 years, he has gone to 4 straight finals and he has won 1.
Okay, let's.
It will be very hard to move on this best, but let him just move on.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
My name is Obis.
Okay, please, I can hear sound in your background. Please, can you move out?
Okay.
Yeah. So, what is your prediction for Nigerian game today?
We have a coach, we have a technical advisor. So, I don't think Austin can do anything with the players today. The player will only win with their intention to win.
Okay.
But my prediction is a long goal for Nigeria. If we win by long goal, it will be a very big win for us because we have already been losing and we are conceding too much. We will try and look on our defense. Okay. And let us start with Maduko Okoye. Let us rest Francis to the keeper United goalkeeper.
Okay, Nwabali.
Nwabali he has been keeping for so long. So let's start with Maduko Okoye. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
There is a complaint among camps that Maduko Okoye and this man, senior man, arrived very late to camp. Why they've not been on club duties, they arrived late for certain reasons, and there's been complaint around the camp. But now it's like this is another way of stirring up a discord among the players.
This is the rumors.
No, I'm just saying it's a way of stirring up discord or unrest among the camp. So because now if these persons that came late to camp, or perhaps if these persons that were allegedly came late to camp, what will now happen to them if they are dropped on the bench or if they start? It will mean like, okay, they came late and they started. Next time I'll come late and see what will happen about it. Now, this is a test for mentality. I think we should all shift from that mentality. Players come late maybe as a result of the club not releasing them early. So I think...
Okay, let's see.
I think a fine will settle that.
Definitely.
And set standards.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
I'm Justice. I'm calling from Amman.
Okay, Justice. What is your prediction for today's game?
I don't have any prediction. Let me go to the detail. Let me tell you.
Okay.
I have never seen a team going through when go all their way through the final and play the way the Eagles played at the last Nations Cup.
Okay.
That was the time I gave hope on them. So let me tell you, there is no reason for a player to play up to that final and play the way they played. There was no commitment. There was no seriousness. There was no dedication. There was nothing in anything. There was nothing to show that these guys here went into that game. I'm telling you, and the same set of people are the same people they call up again. Is it not a seriousness on our part? Can't we look for other players who can do this game? Is it the same guys that play at that final that you are calling them to come and play again? I don't know if you are getting me.
Yes,
it's not the issue of coach. It's not the issue of the NFL or NFF. Those guys are unserious. You don't come to a final and play the way they played. You don't come into a final and play the way they played on that day. They did it as if let us, even if we don't do. There was no, in fact, everything is just on seriousness. Let me tell you, even if you like, bring a Mourinho to that team. If those guys does not have that dedication, that passion to play, there's nothing that come out of, nothing will ever come out from there. I'm telling you honestly, let us just not blame the blame game. Coaches and this, NFF and this. A player that wants to play will play.
Okay.
Let me. You yourself. Do you go into an exam hall and saying the teacher did not teach me anything, so therefore I'm going to lose the exam. I'm going to lose the exam. It will be also you, the person who is participating in that exam to win that to win in that exam.
Okay.
It's not all about the teacher or the principal or the head. You are the one who will get the laurels.
All right. I understand.
Very unserious people. I don't even vouch for them for any moment. I can even never bet my game on those guys. Such for new players who will play this game. Leave those guys. Those guys have made money. They have seen money. Whether they win or lose doesn't concern them.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, let's stay with the National League. Now, the other game that happened is Belgium 1, Israel. Belgium 3, Israel 1. De Bruyne are scoring 2 goals, 1 of penalty, and one beautiful goal in 21 minutes and 52 minutes. Okay, but generally, we were talking about yesterday if Belgium are building. Are they really building? Even though they played Israel.
After scoring the penalty, they had another penalty, and this man that John was always shouting, Openda, play me Openda, ballooned it.
It wouldn't be the first, and it definitely won't be the last.
But when you're looking for results like that, you need to win and win with a clear-cut gap. Not missing penalties handed to you by the captain. And see, we said the building generation is phasing out, but this guy scored a worldie yesterday. Telemans is my player to look out for. He's always, for me, I don't know why I always look at a different side of the game, but Telemans was always the player for me to look out for in that Belgium side. And I think he did that again, winning the balls back, build up from the back, and giving some creative passes into the final third. I think most of the chances he created was what led to Kevin De Bruyne's second goal. And he also scored that world in the 48th minute. I think that was a great goal for him, and I think he had a wonderful performance yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other games that happened in the UEFA Nations League is Kazakhstan 0, Norway 0. This is about Norway. They have Odegaard and Haaland, but they are not scoring goals, and they are not qualifying. They are not qualifying for World Cup. They are not qualifying for the Euros. They are not qualifying for anything. I don't understand. Okay, probably just 2 players.
Come on, don't say just 2 players. They have many players in that side. It's not just 2 players. After all, it's not just 2 players that come on the pitch. There's 11 players on the pitch, and they should be giving their heart on the pitch as well.
The other results is Slovenia versus Austria, and Iceland versus Montenegro and Wales versus Turkey. That game ended 0-0. Wales versus Turkey. They are both, I won't call them the big side, but they are 2 good sides, but 0-0, guys.
I think Wales, too much pace and no brains makes a team looks so, I don't know, looks so dull. They have too many pacey players, they have too many fast players. But most of these players they have on their side don't have brains for football. They don't have this flair for football. And I think it's a problem for the Wales side. The other side I want to talk about also is the Austrian side. Ralf Rangnick has told us Gengen pressing, all of that. But when it comes to national team, I think after getting a goal or after that, they just
You
drop
need to
off
tidy
somehow.
up the game, yeah.
Okay, in today's game in UEFA Nations League game is Ireland versus England, Greece versus Finland, Georgia versus Czech Republic, Ukraine versus Albania. Okay, let's start with England. England playing Ireland away. What are your expectations? Because this is the first game of the new coach. Is going to be. We have rumors. We are hearing rumors that Grealish is going to be starting this one. But generally, what are you expecting England to do? Because they need to win something.
I'm expecting them to win and to win comfortably, not because of the coach, but because of the players on the pitch.
You know, they say Ireland, that a country where nothing is a country filled with fishermen. That's what you know. When we're small, if you all this island, normally we know it's island, but we like to call it
Ireland.
as specific as the spelling.
Ireland.
Iceland, Ireland, and Iceland. These are three different countries. We like to call it. So Ireland and England is a good game. We you know when this guy left the job, I was telling John that they have list of long top coaches that will take the England job, and I was telling John that the name on my list, the name on my head now is Lee Carson. He's done a good job, and John was like, "We who know that one? Waiting, don't coach."
Let me take this call. Sorry, Nonsense. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to the guys.
Good
morning.
Name and location, please.
It's Bishop from Tanzania.
You're welcome.
Welcome. What's your contribution? What's your position first?
First of all, I disagree with the last caller in everything he said. Then let me make it clear. I'm not a fan of Nigeria football, African football in general. I don't discuss Nigeria football or African football. Why? Not because I don't have the players. They are good players, individual brilliant players, very good players. They are there. I only have issues on how they run it. That's why I don't follow Nigeria football. It's not about the players, but how it's being run. Look at the now, Nigeria don't have a coach. You own the coach, you own the players. That is the issue I have. Football is professional and it should be run professionally.
Thank you.
Yes.
If your team is not run professional, you won't be there. There will be anarchy. There will be no organization. But that is not the way they run Nigeria football. They don't care about the money, no coach, nothing, doing nonsense. That is why I don't follow them or talk about them, not because of the players. The players are good. In fact, their tactics for them. Watch them in the world, you see. They are performing, playing all over the world, man. You can't condemn them like that.
Okay.
Let's go back to what happened in that final in Nations Cup. I don't watch Nigeria, but I watch that match. What's happening is not about the players. I only talk about the coach. That's why I disagree with the last caller. The players are good. They play the way they have been playing. If you watch them from day one, they have been playing horrible football. I discussed it with my friend working in other stations. That is, there's only one match. I think that is Cameroon. That they played and won convincingly. That they deserve to win. From all the other matches, narrowly escaped 1-0. In fact, the team will have played them. You can't the thing about horrible football is that you can't favor you every time. Do you get me?
Yeah.
You can't. You can't be playing the defensive-minded football. Just waiting. You can't play. You can't attack. Waiting for your opponent to make a mistake and you capitalize on it and punish them. You can't play that ball through where it won't take you anywhere. You can't win trophy with it. It's only when you come out to play that is the only way you will win trophy. That's how they've been playing, and that final punish them because they met people who studied them. Okay, these guys, this is how they play. They don't attack. They don't hold the ball. They only just try to defend and stay at the back, play behind. And they have attacking and good holding football. Look at what I think they did to them.
Okay.
They run them down.
All right.
They were like, the guys are going to press and press and press. That's what they did to them. Not like they are poor individually. I disagree.
Okay.
Let me tell you what will happen today. It's not about the coach. It's not going to be down to the coach. Coaching today is going to be based on individual brilliance.
Okay.
With me, individual brilliance is what you're going to see today. Not about the one for all of them. They have players. You can't talk about them only one thing.
Okay, we lost that call.
You can just read off.
Okay.
The man at their back is the leader.
All right.
Understand me?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's going to be individual brilliance.
Brilliance, all right.
That's all it is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
let's stay with the English game.
So I was after that I said Lee Carson, and John was like, no way, they have other top coaches for the job. Klopp was all available, and maybe they might sway Pep and all of that. And I'm like, see, is Lee Carson all the way, because he's from most of these players that are playing for Ganotro actually played for him.
Is it playing for
Oh my, sorry, Southgate. I don't know. This guy don't put Nigeria. This guy don't put Nigeria on top of my head. Most of the players that played for Southgate, sorry about that. Most of the players that played for Southgate actually played for Lee Carson.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't know why Lee Carson and that Ganotro just entered my head. So Lee Carson played for Gareth Southgate, and you look at how they played. This is a man that likes to take risks. He plays attacking football. You saw the way English under 21
won that game, yeah.
See how they play. So I think that's what he's going to bring in now. And some players that could have been in the English side for a long time now that were not even looked at are just being called because he knows that this is a friendly game. It's high time they let every other person enjoy the uniforms of playing for the English national team. Angel Gomez at some point was rated as one of the next big thing, but he went out from Man United and went to France, and he's enjoying himself there. And he's in Greenwood and all of that. So many of the players that dropped out of Gareth Southgate's game lately have been introduced back. And many of the players that were not even looked at all have been brought back to the fray. And now you see that, okay, fine, these players being brought back, they would have to work harder in their club side to see that they will be called up for the next big tournament as well. So I think it's a good one for him.
It's a good one. Okay, let's move over to today's game. Today's game happening is Netherlands versus Bosnia, Germany versus Hungary. Okay, let's stay with Germany versus Hungary because Germans they hosted the last Euros. They reached semi-final, right?
Yeah.
Where they were knocked out against.
Is
it quarterfinals or semi-finals?
Quarter.
Where they were knocked out away from France. Spain won that game, but today's game they had a chance to win this particular tournament again. How do you see that game, John? The German team.
I would like to see Germany winning this game, walking over this game, even though Hungary should at least put up some resistance. Okay?
You know, Hungarian side, the Hungary side, they are hungry. They are hungry for goals. They are hungry for a win. They've not had that flair of winning games back to back for some time. And in the last Euros, we saw how they came on and tried to win some games until the round of 16. Dominic Szoboszlai and all of that. They had good season last season. They had a good season the previous season, and this season now they're having a good time because you see Dominic Szoboszlai making chances against Liverpool, against Man United for Liverpool. And Agula starting many of the games, not starting, but he's playing for Real Madrid now. Like maybe the last 30 minutes. Last season he didn't play up to 6 matches or 10 matches, but this season he started already 30 minutes into the game, 25 minutes into the game. They introduced him. Now that's how to infuse players into a side, not bring him and start playing him immediately. 30 minutes late, you bring him in when you're getting results.
Let me get a prediction for Netherlands versus Bosnia, John.
Win Netherlands.
Win Netherlands. Okay, let's move over to South American League. Okay, let's give you features for Sunday games for the UEFA Nations League. For Denmark versus Serbia tomorrow, and Switzerland versus Spain. They are going to playing tomorrow, and Croatia versus Poland, and Portugal will be playing Scotland on Sunday. These are the games that happen in UEFA Nations League tomorrow. Okay, let's move over to South American League because I'll give you the results for South American League. Brazil winning their game 1-0 against Ecuador. Uruguay 0, Paraguay 0. Peru 1, Colombia 1. Okay, let's talk briefly about Brazil. Brazil winning that game, John.
Glad they pulled off the win, like I said, and kudos to them. They should just keep building. The main thing should be less hype, more focus on the work ethic. That's the main thing, and more focus on the team bonding. Because you were saying something about Brazil last time that the players from West Ham and Co are the ones that are headlining the Brazil team. But they need to focus more on team bonding, build that team together, and then focus more on work ethic input rather than hype and who is the star man. There should be no saviors. It should be everybody pulling together, working as a unit.
I think that yesterday they said that the midfield was Paqueta, Andre, and some other person, and it was good. Andre was playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Paqueta to the assist. The front three had a good game. Henrique and Vini and Rodrigo. And Rodrigo got on the score sheet. I like the way they played. I like the way they handled themselves. It was a good game. It was a good game so far in midfield. I think they had this creativity flair. Even Andre was kind of pushing for creativity, though he was a defensive He was the only defensive midfielder in the side, but he was more forward. He was more passing. He was passing the ball more forward than sideways. Bruno Guimaraes, on the other hand, was perhaps playing safe, though he was also passing forward. But most of the times he was playing safe. There were some dribbles he could have taken on 2-3 players, but he just had to lay the ball off to the right back and all of that.
Okay, that game ended 1-0. Okay, guys, this is how we're going to end in today's show. Thank you for all your calls. Let's go and cheer the Super Eagles. They are playing that game today by 5 p.m. against Benin Republic. We are looking for revenge. Hopefully, we'll get that revenge. One of our callers said that we should play them before they can blink. We should score about 2 or 3 goals. Let's hope that will happen in today's game, Nigeria versus Benin. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us today's show. My name is Godwin, and have a lovely football weekend. See you on Monday.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show. Sports.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great goal!
Entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State's governor has sentenced the
This is your radio. Gospel.
and let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Odenibo.
Awesome programs exclusively on
Volt 104.3 FM.